Hey, Lobo fans, welcome back inside the Lobo Lounge. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy, and today we go literally around the world to Australia for our Lobo Lounge guest, Yasmin Tan of Lobo Volleyball. Yasmin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm talking to you 8:30 in the morning on a Wednesday, June the 3rd. Where and when are you?
It is 12:30 in the morning on June 4th in Melbourne, Australia. So just hit midnight and we're in the future.
What does Thursday look like?
It's pretty dark outside. My parents are upstairs asleep and my brother is being quiet in the study. So everything's sorted.
So Yasmin, I guess this virtual thing has become pretty commonplace here over the last 2.5 months. How are you staying in touch with your teammates? Completely around the world.
So our team has a variety of people around the world. We actually have people in Israel, in Serbia, in Mexico, and obviously in the United States. So we've been keeping in touch through Zoom calls and we've been meeting regularly, take a little bit of a break at the end of this month. But we've been doing volley school where we've had special guests come in and talk to us, such as Coach Karai, the head of the women's national team for volleyball. We've also had Lobo Learning Academy, we call it, where we've learned about meditation and sleeping, the importance of sleep, nutrition, how to handle pressure in game situations. And then as a team, separated from the coaches, we've also completed some group workouts and some individual partner workouts with a teammate all over Zoom. So it's been pretty cool to do it through technology, but very different to what we usually do.
And I guess the same goes for finishing up the semester, right? And getting through finals, all of it virtual. How did it go?
Yeah, it was difficult and challenging to be away, I guess, from school, but also nice to do it from home, or different to do it from home as well. Just completing a lot of online exams, finishing papers, and refiguring kind of the courses, because a lot of the professors weren't as obviously we went into quarantine, so it was very different, and they had to rejig their courses. So it's just been like an adjustment for the professors, and then also for us from learning remotely.
Yasmin Tan of Lobo Volleyball is with us in the Lobo Lounge from Melbourne, Australia. Give us a day in the life in Yasmin Tan's upbringing in Australia. What did it look like as a kid? What were the things you liked to do? What do you and your friends do in the Melbourne area?
Well, I was pretty much just basically just going to school, going to primary school, going to high school. In Australia, it's a little different. We don't have middle school, so to speak. Your high school is the same from grade 7 to grade 12. But I was pretty involved in my sport. I was a basketballer for 10 years and only really came into volleyball later on. So a lot of my time since I was maybe 10 years old was pretty much spent at practice for basketball, and then coming home and doing homework, and then going to sleep, and then repeating it all over again. And school, homework, training, come back. So that's been pretty much my life here in Melbourne.
Tons of basketball you mentioned. How did you transition into volleyball, and when did you realize that was going to be the sport that would take you to college?
I was actually I feel like I was like a late bloomer, or like I didn't really get into volleyball as early as I know some of my teammates in America did. It wasn't the big sport over here, but I started playing when I entered high school for my school team. And one year I didn't make a basketball team, so I was like, okay, I'll go try out for one of the state volleyball teams, and I was grateful and lucky to have made that team. And then I kind of had to decide, as I elevated through the ranks of volleyball, which sport I was going to pursue in college. I'd always wanted to go to college for basketball originally, but then volleyball opened up a new line of opportunities, and I had to make the choice whether I wanted to go as a basketball player or as a volleyball player. And here I am as a volleyball player.
So it included the Australian junior women's team, and that gave you an opportunity to travel a bit playing volleyball, didn't it?
Yeah, I've been very privileged and lucky with my family and our situation that I've been able to travel the world a lot to play volleyball and just to travel with my family. We went to the USA for the USA High Performance Championships. I've traveled extensively in Asia. Went to Thailand for the Southeast Asian Games and the Asian Junior Volleyball Championships in 2016, which was a great experience. We got to play against teams like Thailand, South Korea, and we saw teams like Japan and China play. So my international experience has been, I'm very grateful for it, to say the least.
Okay, in your bio, it says that you like something called a Schnitzel burger. Tell us what that is.
So I believe a Schnitzel is German, and it's basically just like a breadcrumbed piece of chicken, but the chicken's kind of sliced thinly almost. But in Australia, we have a place called Schnitz, which is like you guys would call it a chicken sandwich place. We refer to anything between two buns, whatever meat it is, as a burger. So I would call it a burger joint. But it's basically like a chicken schnitzel burger joint or chicken schnitzel sandwich joint. So I find it delicious. You can have it with chips or fries. Sorry, and yeah.
All right, so I know something I need to get now is a Schnitzel burger, and I also noticed that you're a big tennis fan. Aggie Radwanska on the women's side and Federer on the men's side.
Yes, I am a massive tennis fan. It's one of my really big passions. But growing up in Melbourne, we had the Australian Open down here, and before I left for college, I went every year for 10 years. Literally my favorite time of the year.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you coming into the Lobo Lounge from halfway around the world, and I hope your Thursday is great. Get some sleep.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for being with us. Yasmin Tan of Lobo Volleyball in the Lobo Lounge. Till next time, so long everybody, and go Lobos.